Okay, hi everybody. I'm trying to still get off this bird thing. Sometimes coughs last long. I don't know. Anyway, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. You know what that means? It's another Stray Dogs episode review. Bungo Stray Dogs season 5, episode 7, in the port, at the port in the sky. What was it called again? At the port in the sky, episode 7, part 3. Um, this was more of a weird one. It's not like back and forth. Most of it's at the airport, but now we're getting into the beginning does start with Daizai, which is a very weird scenario. Like Daizai, Nikolai, and Fyodor, this is just like pure madness at its finest. That is the only way I could describe these three. And especially when you talk about Fyodor and Daizai. Now, Nikolai's game, they basically want to kill Fyodor. That seems to be the case here. Sigma, but more to the point, Sigma wants to be free. He wants to be free. He wants to have his own home, his own house, his own life. Sorry. That was the basic concept. Now, there's more explanation about this game. They basically inject themselves with, a lethal injection. And they're given items, a choice of items. Coin bombs, a radio to signal the helicopter, a card that opens doors, and a radio that the guards use. Those are the items that you can take. If Fyodor decides to take the card to open the doors, that's pretty key. Daizai decides to take Sigma in this regard, which is weird. I don't know why he decided, but And like I said, this is two things happening at the same time. We have what's going on at the prison and what's going on at the airport. Let's explain what's really going on at the prison. So they basically given all these items to try to escape the prison. A lot of weird things about this prison. Apparently, Nikolai explains that if they're caught, the hallway they're in, will be flooded with water. But it's not normal water, it's heavy water, and apparently it's toxic. Jesus Christ. They explain this prison, it's like, the prison for like Charles Manson or something. It's insane. But they're gift users, so I guess it makes sense. So he explains the details about the key cards and everything, and then they're off to the races basically. Now at some point, Daizai's just like dancing. He's having a good time. It's like this is crazy. He's a crazy guy. And what ends on happening is we don't see the person at the moment, but there's an intruder at one of the upper floors. Later on, we find out it's Chuya, who's been turned into a vampire. Now, this is the thing that I get a little iffy about. Because you see, my thing is this. The one who has the page is Fukichi. Why is Chuya helping Fyodor if he doesn't have the page? And he doesn't have Stoker. My only understanding of this dilemma is that because Fyodor is one of the Decay Angels, that's why. And that's why Chuya's there helping him. It's very confusing. But anyway, we find that information out. And basically, Daizai tells Sigma now it's between us and them. And that's pretty much where we're left off with the prison thing. We don't get any more details or any more scenes other than that. Excuse me. We go back to the airport, and basically, the girl with Bram Stoker are on the run from the vampires. They get some help from one of the detective agencies, Kenji. He shows up. And he takes out some of the vampires. Now, my problem here, this is my problem right now with the current state of things in this show. Two, not one, two of the hunting dogs have been turned into vampires. And listen, it's understandable. These other two members, they are obviously, I'm going to say right now, totally and completely oblivious to what's going on. They don't trust the detective agency. They fully trust Fukichi, believing in him and all this other crap. I'm waiting for the freaking shooter drop, and they realize they've been duped. Because they have. That's the way I look at it. Them finding a detective agency, not a good idea. Because at the end of the day, you're helping him destroy the world. But regardless, we have a guy with a sword fighting Kenji. His name, I will look it up. Excuse me. And that name being, right, Shirohiro. So Shirohiro fights Kenji, and then we have Asuchi. He's running, trying to get ahead of everyone, trying to, because basically, Rampo tells him that this is a game of, it's like a ball game. And whoever has Bram Stoker, is going to be in the lead here. Asuchi fights this girl, Akora. She's the crazy one. And he shows her the video from Tachibana. And even there, she's like, I don't believe you. Well, really? Really? You honestly believe? Honestly. He's on the phone, I think, with Rampo, because he convinces her to get more details with Rampo and everything, and she's smiling. I'm like, dude, lady, listen, no offense. Pride before the fall. And you're going to fall big time. Both of them. Both of the hunting dogs. They don't have a single clue. A single clue of what's going on. I like to see this guy's face if, what's her face? The girl, who I'm going to find. Aya. I should show that little video to him of Fukichi, of what he did and what he said. I think he'll change his mind at that point. It's just like, there's a thing called blind allegiance, and there's a thing called thinking for yourself, and obviously they're not thinking for themselves, and they're just totally, I don't want to get hate on this video, but it's like, okay, yeah, guess what? You got duped. Both of them. You got duped. Hunting dogs got big time duped here. They had no idea their commanding officer was literally trying to destroy the world. And that's what he's trying to do. But episode basically has with the whole thing with Asuchi and the girl, and she's like smiling evilly. Kenji's fight ends up where he gets, I think, defeated, and the guy's just looking at him, and that's where the episode ends. Now, next week's episode's got a different title. Um, Inhuman Demons? Land of Inhuman Demons? I don't know if that's referencing the airport. It could be referencing the prison too. So who knows? I mean, this was episode 7. We have 4 more. So this can go either way. I think like the prison and the airport is going to come to a head eventually, in some way, shape, or fashion. Um, Rating wise, I will say I think I give this. I'm a little disappointed in a way. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10 because I wanted to see more of Daizai. I just thought that was so much more interesting. No offense to the airport thing, but seeing the hunting dogs act like complete. Let me tell you something. You're tools. That's what they are. They're tools. At the end of the day, both of them are dumb. Look, they're blind, deaf, and dumb because they don't know what's going on. They believe their commander 100%, and they're going to get fooled when they find out that he's the one who orchestrated the vampires, he's the one who has the page, and he's the one that's going to destroy the world. They don't know what's going on. So, pride before the fall. Anyway, 9 out of 10 for this one. I hopefully we get more stuff going on with Daizai next week. Kaizen will come back. As far as I know, it's coming back next week, the 31st. Yeah. And we'll get all that Shibuya goodness, the Shibuya arc, and it's going to be really good, and so on and so forth. Hopefully this cough gets out of here. I don't know, it's ridiculous. But, this was Bankai 922. I need more Daizai and Sigma. Less hunting dogs, please. Seeing I just love it. Seeing Daizai and Fyodor just succumb to madness. Send that shit to me and play it daily. Love it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.